Get out of your dome. Today's video, let's explore some strategies to help you become more optimistic in your everyday life. First, are you more of an optimist or a pessimist about yourself as a person and as an athlete? It's no secret that many athletes struggle with negative thoughts and pessimistic attitudes. These thoughts can affect not just our practices and our games, but our overall well-being. So what is the impact of pessimism? Well, pessimism can lead to self-doubt and a lack of confidence, which can obviously hinder an athlete's performance during practices and games. Pessimistic thoughts can create a negative mindset. It can affect an athlete's motivation and the ability to push through challenges that occur. Pessimism can contribute to increased stress and anxiety, which can obviously impact an athlete's focus and concentration. Now, off the field, pessimism can affect an athlete's overall well-being and mental health, leading to issues such as burnout or a decreased enjoyment of their sport overall. So what is the power of optimism? Now, optimism has incredible benefits, right? It can enhance motivation, it can improve performance, it can increase resilience. But by cultivating an optimistic mindset, you can unlock your full potential and show up as the true you. So what are some strategies that you could think about trying that can cultivate some more optimism for you? But here's some things to think about. Never underestimate the power of positive self-talk. We've heard it all before: self-talk, self-talk, self-talk. But self-talk is a powerful tool to really challenge your negative thoughts and replace them with thoughts that can serve you. First, you need to be aware that thoughts are just that, right? They're thoughts. These random thoughts that come into your head, they don't mean that they're true, right? You likely have a very pessimistic and optimistic thoughts just all throughout the day, probably every single day. We have thousands of these thoughts every day, right? Some of these thoughts are true, some are not. So make sure you're aware of that. Now, these thoughts that pop into your head, simply acknowledge them and choose if you want to believe them or not. Yes, you get to choose. So choose wisely. And when you start to believe thoughts that don't serve you, thoughts that are just more on the pessimistic side, that's when you might find yourself spiraling down a path that you just don't want to go. So like your sport or anything else that you want to get good at, it requires practice. Now, if you feel like you're not showing up as who you want to be in your practices, in your games, and in your life, set a goal today and to start thinking about, how do you want your future self to think? How do you do this? Well, to me, number one is awareness. Becoming aware of how you are showing up and what kind of attitude is behind that. So when you find out, how am I showing up? What kind of attitude is behind that? Write this down. Write down these specific thoughts, these specific phrases. How are these thoughts and these phrases, how are they affecting how you're showing up? Notice how these thoughts could be creating these certain emotions for you. Emotions can take over sometimes for us. They take over what we are doing or not doing, right? Emotions can lead to our actions or inactions. So if this emotion is not helping you in your performance, it's getting in the way of how you want to show up, work on the thought that's creating this emotion, and then come up with a better thought that you can believe. Now, emotions can stop us. They can stop us from doing what is necessary to get the task or a job done. Don't let that be you. You can work on a better thought, feeling, and create the action that you're looking for. But when that feeling isn't quite there, you do what you got to do in the heat of a battle. Like if you're in the battle of a competition, you got to go do it anyway, regardless of how you feel. Now, off the field, time can allow you to look into this more mindfully, to figure out, why is it I'm feeling this way? So check the thought, though, that's creating this feeling, and allow yourself to understand what the feeling feels like in your body. And if that truly is stopping you from doing the job or from doing the task. We have the power to shape our thoughts and our attitudes by practicing this optimism. We can create positive cycles of success and well-being and give yourself the best chance to show up for yourself and for your teammates. Now remember, every day is an opportunity to choose optimism and to practice thoughts that you want and the thoughts that you want to have serve you. I hope these strategies will help you become a more optimistic person in your everyday life as well as an athlete. But stay positive, keep striving for greatness, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.